This video is long overdue. I'm finally going to give you an update on how the house is coming along. The reason I've put this off for so long is because I feel like we have stalled with the updates, the DIY, for the last couple of months, to be honest. I feel like we made quite a lot of progress early on, and then, to be quite frank, the harder things started. We've started building the wardrobes in the bedroom, which we've been stuck on for ages, and we were also running low on money. I feel like a lot of the funds were used quite quickly, and now we don't have as much cash to actually buy the things we need. So it's stalled a little bit, but today I really want to pick back up the momentum, show you what we have done so far. I also want to do a little bit of a reset of the house as well, and I thought filming this video and showing you as I go, resetting each room, I can talk to you about the updates. You can do a little bit of cleaning with me so we can make the house feel fresh and ready to go. Last week it was way too hot. I know if you're in the UK, you'll know it was about 35 degrees. It was just too hot to do any renovations, any DIY and any cleaning. So the house really needs it this week. And this week it's about 15 degrees cooler. So I feel like I can finally get on with some things that I've been putting off for a while. Before we do get on with the reset, I thought we would talk a little bit about self-care, because that's something that I really need to make more time for at the moment as well. I've been using the Current Body, the original LED mask for, I was trying to think how long I've had this. I want to say at least 3 years, maybe even 4. I've been using it a lot, and I've been umming and ahhing about investing in the Mark II, like the second iteration of the mask that fits, I think, a little bit better than this one. And I finally decided to go ahead. So I've got it here, and I thought we would unbox it together. So this is the Current Body LED mask, the second version. And the main change, I believe, is that they've improved the fit. So this is great, but it doesn't fit super flush to your face. So they've redesigned it, and you can see instantly it kind of wraps around underneath your chin. So hopefully this is gonna, fit the face a lot better and get even better results. I do believe they've improved the number of LEDs on this as well, so it's even stronger and more potent, and I get really good results from red light therapy. As I said, I've used this for 3 or 4 years now, and I try and make it a part of my routine as much as possible. I probably do it 3 or 4 times a week, just because I do really see improvements in my skin when I am consistent with it. So having this one hopefully will be even better. I'm really excited. Let me actually just try it on and see what the fit is like. There you go. So I can actually use this while I'm doing my cleaning maybe in here. You just have to use it for like 10 minutes and see if it's charged. It's charged. Okay, so I'm going to do this for 10 minutes and then we will get on with the house reset. By the way, I think I do have a discount code with Current Body. I will check it's still active and leave it linked in the description box if it is, because I think you can get 10% off. I have done my red light therapy, so now it is time to clean. Unfortunately, I can't procrastinate it any longer. I thought I would show you what the situation is in this room, because this room is actually probably the room that is done the most. So I think you've seen the full length mirror. So I've got this full length mirror from Oka. Got my little footstool. I've had this was from Dunelm actually. I've had this for years and it just coincidentally matches the mirror really perfectly. So I've kept that. And then if I spin you around here, I've got this chest of drawers. This is fairly new as well. This was from Atkin and Time. I got this on sale. It's solid wood. I think it's mango wood with some gold details. Really nice. And this is so useful for having storage. I keep all of like my hair tools in here. Shall I show you the skincare drawer, which has gone slightly out of control? So this is my skincare drawer, which is a little bit embarrassing to show, but in full transparency, this is one of the things that needs resetting. This was very organised when I first got this chest of drawers a couple of months ago, put my skincare in it, and it has since kind of descended into chaos. I have quite a few Pixie products because they do occasionally send me bits, which is very nice, and I do use them and love them, but obviously these last forever, so it takes me a little while to get through these things. So it has kind of just become a bit of a cave of skincare, and I use all of this. This also is really nice. This is the moisturizer I'm using at the moment. It's from The Ordinary. It's from the people behind The Ordinary. I think it's a new brand. I don't even know how you pronounce it, that name. Really, really nice though. That was also very kindly sent to me. But yeah, I've just got like deodorant. I've got my perfume of choice, which I love. This is called Mineral Milk by Dead Cool. Such a nice beachy summery scent, but that's just kind of shoved in there. So one of my first jobs is to sort this all out. I think maybe I need dividers, but I don't have those right now. So I think I'm just gonna stack it all upright and do my best to kind of make it look a little bit better, even if it's not perfect, because I'd rather done better than is better than perfect. So let's do this first of all. The only other thing I really need to do in this room is hoover. So this room is kind of minimal on the reset. It just needs a little bit of a spruce up. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better, even if it doesn't stay like this. So I've put all of my unused like extras and stuff here. Anything that's not been opened yet can go at the back, and then all of my skincare that I use regularly. So I've got like my retinols down there, moisturizers, serums, that kind of thing. This is all stuff that I use regularly and is already open. Then this is more like hair care, deodorant, SPF, body care. These are like my body creams, and then just like random bits and bobs here, and then some bits like fake tan, which I hardly ever use, can go right at the back. I've got a couple of face masks, which I've already got one open, so again those are like refills, a couple of Merit Beauty bits which I haven't opened yet. So yeah, it's looking better for sure. So that's nice and done. Hopefully it stays somewhat organized. And then this is just the stuff I'm going to get rid of. I really try not to get rid of anything, but I've got like an old nail file that's seen better days. I've got loads of those anyway. This I've had for about 6 years and it's almost finished and I haven't used it. It's like disgusting and dirty and I haven't used it in years, so I'm just going to get rid of that. This cleanser I've used most of, but I didn't really like it, so I think I'm just gonna, I mean, it's almost all used up. I think I'll get rid of that. This is actually new, I think, but it's like a hair mask for when you go swimming, so I'm actually going to put this in my swimming bag rather than here because that makes more sense. A few little bits that I'm going to get rid of that are finished. I've got this, which I think I might just give to my boyfriend. It's just a moisturizer, or I'll just put it in the bathroom because it doesn't really fit in that drawer. And then this is like a spray that I got when I got my ears pierced, just to keep them like disinfected. Again, I think I'll just put that in the bathroom because I don't really need it. And then a mascara I will put in my makeup bag. Okay, I've just hoovered the room, so this room is pretty much done in terms of the reset. I do have a couple of returns which I have to do today above the wardrobe, but I'm going to do those later when I leave the house. Other than that, yeah, I think it's done in here. I will show you a couple of other things I've done since my last house updates vlog. I did add a blind, as you can see. I really love this blind. I got it from Blinds Direct. It's a really pretty pink and blue floral, just like this fun shape. I don't know, I really, really like it. It took me so long to decide on a blind for here. I'm talking months, and now it's finally here and I actually can close it in the evenings. It's really nice. So yes, very pleased with that. I think it was about £400, which for the size of it, I mean, this window is like over 2 meters. I think it's 2.5 meters, the blind wide. So it wasn't too expensive for the size of it. It also goes really well with my cushion. I got this cushion made by my favourite cushion maker, who is on Instagram. I'll leave her link down below. I love this fabric. I've seen this fabric on a few like homes that I follow on Instagram and Pinterest. It's quite popular, but it's quite expensive. So I've seen it in like ottomans and footstools and sofas. Couldn't really afford it in that, but I could afford a little bit of it in a cushion. So I got her to make this cushion for me in this fabric, and then she's put like a pink frill on it, which I just love. And then on the back, it's a green stripe. So it's just really fun and really, yeah, I just really love it on the chair. This chair, by the way, I can't remember if I showed this in my last video. I'm not even sure I did. This was from Swift. It's it's really nice, like reading style, cozy chair. It's in like a beige corduroy. It was half price, which is why I got it. Originally, I wanted like a patterned chair, but when I saw that this one was half price, it was a really good deal. And I thought I'm going to jazz it up with throws and the cushion. My friend's actually crocheting me a throw to go on this chair, which I'm excited about. So that will add some colour as well as the pillow. So I thought I'll go with a neutral chair. And then I think I showed you the wardrobe last time. I painted this was a wardrobe we found on Facebook Marketplace. Painted it in this blue. This is Lick Blue 4. I think I'm going to put, did I just say? I think I'm going to put some rattan baskets on the top of that, just to add like, I don't know, a little bit of detail up there once I've got rid of all the junk on there. I've seen some nice ones on M&S. They've got these like scalloped rattan baskets. They're not too expensive. There's a really nice brand that makes rattan pieces. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the brand. It's like Hastslip or something, Hastslip. But they're really expensive. And I saw these on M&S that are kind of a dupe. So I think I'm going to get 2 or 3 just to go on top of there. Oh, and then finally the lamp. I also added this floor lamp just so when I am reading or working in the evenings on my chair, I've got a little bit of extra light. This was from Made, and I went with a chrome, which kind of is a little bit juxtaposed to everything else in this room, which is a little bit more traditional. But I thought I like mixing old and new, and I thought the modern touch of the chrome was quite nice against all of like the wood and the traditional fabrics. So yes, this is this room. It's definitely the most put together of all of them. I'm also waiting on a piece of art. I've bought a piece of art to go here, which is from this person on Instagram I follow, who is an artist. She recently had a show. She showed all of these gorgeous floral art pieces, canvas pieces, and I made a purchase. So I'm just waiting on that to arrive. I think she has dispatched it. So hopefully in the next vlog, we'll be able to unbox that and I can show you and I can put that on the wall. And then this room will basically be done. I think a couple of final touches. I want to put up maybe a couple of little pieces of art, like small pieces of art on the walls. But other than that, we've made good progress. I'm now going to take you into the bedroom where we've made far less progress, but we really need to start making progress. It's the room that has been neglected the most because we've been working on these built-in wardrobes and it's taken so much longer than even I anticipated, and I anticipated it taking a long time. But yeah, we haven't made very much progress. So we'll go and reset that room. I need to make the bed, I need to sort out some things, and then I'll show you what we envisage for that room, even if it's not quite there yet. Tried to make the bed in this room. Does anyone follow that guy on Instagram who teaches you how to make your bed? I don't know if you follow him, he's really funny, but I tried to follow his advice to do it in the way that he suggests, where you like tuck the duvet back and then put the pillows like that. This is actually new bedding. This is from a brand called Rise and Fall. Never really heard of them before, but they very kindly sent me this bedding and I really love it, and I actually want to use it as inspiration for where we take this room, theme and colour wise. It's like it's a very creamy, very light yellow bedding with a olive, I think, pinstripe, and then it actually coincidentally matches my bolster cushion, which I bought for the bedroom ages ago before we even moved house. Matches it really well, so I've put that on the bed. The bedding set actually only came with 2 pillowcases, so we have bare pillowcases, which we're not sleeping on, but I've just put them there for now. I need to go on my laptop later and just order 2 more of these pillowcases, so we've got 4. And then it also came with this really nice, like, chartreuse coloured throw, which I've put on at the bottom. So I've tried my best to make the bed like he does, but it's kind of like expectations versus reality. And then behind me, you can see what we've been working on for the last few weeks, couple of months, the built-in wardrobes. So these are the built-in wardrobes. We've done a corner, like L-shaped design. These are the IKEA Pax wardrobes. We've put them onto a wooden base. We've raised them up above the floor. So you can see we built this wooden base on the bottom. This was an absolute nightmare. Let's just say we drilled through a water pipe putting these in, so that's why that was one of the reasons why there was a delay. But they're installed now, so the next thing we have to do is add a trim on the outside. So obviously we need to cover up this. We're going to add an MDF kind of trim and skirting board to make them look built in. And then originally we were going to do the same. We were going to build them in at the top, But honestly, I think we're both so sick of this project that we're going to leave it like this for now. And then if we want to do that at a later date, we can go back in and do it. But it's actually quite a lot of space up there. So I feel like we might just put some baskets up there and use it as storage and see how we get along. We are obviously going to paint these, by the way. They're just white for now. But yeah, we started putting our bits in. So I've got my bags. This is just some of my bits. I've got my most worn stuff in the other room. And then this stuff is like the rest. So I've got my bags looking very pretty. I've got these 2 baskets with like hats and scarves, gloves, that kind of thing. Random stuff. This bag didn't really fit, so I've got it there. I've got my dressing gown because I don't have a hook for that yet. And then just to show you one of the drawers, this is the top drawer. I haven't really organised these, but I've got like knitwear, jeans, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's how it's looking so far. So a good amount of space. This is my side. And then Liam has the rest because I obviously have the wardrobe in the other room. So once these are built, we then need to decide on what colour we're going to paint them, what colour we're going to paint the walls. Like I just can't really decide on a theme for this room. I do want to play off the bedding, I think, because I love this chartreusey green colour mixed with like the olive green of the pillow and the creams of the bedding and then the dark wood of the headboard. So I think it's going to be like a green, creamy yellow, dark wood kind of vibe, maybe with a few touches of blue as like an accent colour, because this bolster cushion has like a tiny trim of blue on it, as you can see. So I'll probably incorporate that colour in like little hints as well, but I don't know what colour we're going to paint the wardrobes. I'm thinking of painting the walls like a creamy butter yellow, I think. And then I just need to decide on the wardrobes. But yeah, I'm really stuck. The other issue I have is I bought these bedside tables, which don't fit the theme at all, because this was before I got the bedding. It was before I decided on the theme. I kind of impulse bought these because I loved them online. And then when they showed up, they weren't the same colour that they looked like they were online at all. Online, these looked really pretty. They were like almost like a chartreusey sage green. So they could have potentially gone with the bedding, like this colour here. But in person, when they arrived, they were like this bright bottle green. So I should have returned them, but I was so lazy. It's just so difficult to return things this big. I've got 2 of them. So I think I'm going to paint these. I think I either sell them and cut my losses, or I paint them, because I do really like them. I like the fabric on them, but they weren't the colour I wanted. Yeah, so there's quite a lot to do in here still, and I'm quite undecided. I think I've hit a wall with making decisions, and this room has been neglected, so I haven't really made any decisions. We need to get a blind in here, which I can't decide on. We're still living with the temporary paper blinds from IKEA because I can't decide on a colour or a pattern for the blind. We need to get a light for up here because I hate the lights that are in here at the moment, like the lampshade. It's just not my cup of tea. So there's a lot still to do. But yeah, I think until we've finished the wardrobes, I don't really want to commit to anything. I don't know why, because it's not really going to change anything. But I don't know. I have ordered a couple of paint samples, actually. I ordered them last night because I was like, enough is enough. I have to get on with this. So I've ordered like a buttery yellow paint sample for the walls. And then I actually went a bit rogue and I ordered like a terracotta red colour, which I thought potentially could look good on the wardrobes. But that would be a little bit of a different vibe. I don't know. It would go quite well with the earthy tones of the bedding. So I'm still open to it. But we will see. And then I'll need to figure out what to do with these bedside tables. So yeah, this room is the one that's frustrating me the most, I think, in the house. I feel like it's the one that's had the least progress, apart from maybe the living room. We haven't done much with the living room either. But I just like, I'm raring to go with it. I'm stuck with the decisions and trying to commit to something and trying to figure out what looks good together. It's harder than it looks, I think. And I don't know how people do it when they're doing like a proper reno and having to make so many decisions, from like light switches to where things, are fitted, to colours, because even just doing like the superficial stuff of how it looks is quite overwhelming to me. Final room we're going to reset is the kitchen. I can also show you the living room, but actually that's really tidy, so I don't need to do anything in there. Kitchen definitely needs a little bit of work. It's mostly just stuff on surfaces that shouldn't be there. It's mostly like DIY stuff that, we've got like all these tools and stuff that we need access to, but just don't really have a home because they live in the garage. So what I'm going to do for now, just to make it look a bit tidier, is I'm going to shove it all in this laundry basket, probably just put it in the conservatory so it's out of the way, and then at least the kitchen will feel tidy and we can still have access to this stuff while we're using it for the wardrobes and the other projects we're working on. kitchen reset is done, or at least it's good enough. So I can show you now some of the updates we've made. So as I said, we painted in this really pretty soft light pink colour. And then we got our kitchen table, which is actually one of my favourite things we've bought so far for the house. So this is our gorgeous new table. I have put a tablecloth on it just to protect it. And also, I really like the look of this tablecloth. I feel like it ties in with the pinks and the reds in this room really well. So yeah, it's a reclaimed wood tablecloth, got it off Etsy. The two chairs are like faux wishbone chairs. They're in this like dark burgundy red, and then the table comes with a bench. We've got the bench on this side, which we use if we have people. We just pull the table out slightly and we can sit 4. You could even sit 6 if you put chairs either side, but you can definitely sit 4 with the bench and the 2 chairs. Really, really pleased with it. I think it fits the space really nicely. I also got these really pretty rattan placemats from Rebecca Udall. They were a little bit expensive, but I couldn't find anything as nice, so I just went with the ones I really liked, and hopefully we'll have them forever. So yeah, that's what the table is looking like. And then the room as a whole, it hasn't changed much. Obviously we had the stools. This is one of the first purchases we made when we moved in. We need to get some nicer bins. That's something I definitely want to get because these bins are really horrible. I want to get a double bin, probably in like a lighter colour, not black, just so it looks a little bit more in keeping. We did hang this chalkboard up as well. So I just think it fits really nicely in this space here. We need to get some chalk for it though. And then turning around, this pretty much looks the same. This is just all has been here already with our appliances and things, but we did change the blind. So we have this nice blue stripe, pinstripe blind now on the kitchen window, which I just prefer to the one we had before. This was also from Blinds Direct. I actually really love them. They have so many different options, and I like the pop of blue against the pink. I think it looks nice. And then finally in here, one of my favorite additions is this glass cabinet from La Redoux. I bought this a little while ago for all of my like plates and knickknacks, cups, things like that, and I filled it with what I have so far. I'm definitely gonna get more because I just love china and, you know, little bits and bobs, cookbooks, that kind of thing. This is everything I have in it so far. I've got some vases. I've got this Cézanne vase, some cookbooks. I've got some plates. I actually got these from Cézanne recently, these like little dessert plates, some espresso cups, which I do think I'm going to hang on the wall on a rail eventually, but they're there for now. I just love how colourful it is. We've got our Cézanne dinner plates, these salt and pepper shakers. Everything's nice and close to the table, so when we're setting the table, we can just go in here and grab everything. These are some cloth napkins. I bought these a little while ago in a video from Anthropology, more cookbooks, and then a couple of vases as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. It's one of my favourite purchases. It really wasn't very expensive as well. I think it was about £150 for the cabinet. It's like a metal kind of frame and then got the glass doors. But yeah, I like the colour. It's like a butter yellow, which I'm very into at the moment. One sofa we did purchase is this one in the Conservatory. This one is so fun. This is a blue gingham sofa. So the sofa is actually from IKEA. I can't remember, it's the Ektorp sofa, that's the name of it. And then we got the cover separately. There's a company called Bems. I think they're also a Swedish company. And they make covers for IKEA furniture, mostly sofas and chairs and things like that. So we got this really fun blue gingham. I wanted colour in here. We've actually painted the walls. There aren't many walls, but the walls that there are, we've painted yellow, and we have a green rug as well. So I just wanted the Conservatory to be really colourful and fun and playful. I've got my Cézanne cushions in here, which I bought ages ago, which finally have a home. And they don't really go, but I like the mismatched kind of nature with the blue gingham, just to add to that kind of eclectic, playful vibe in here. There's a lot of stuff on this side that needs to be put in the garage, but we did also get a wicker chair. Got this on Etsy as well. So it's a really cute little wicker chair for the corner. I wanted something wicker in a conservatory because I just feel like that's the kind of vibe people usually go for. And before I get comments, I know that the sofa will potentially fade because it is a conservatory, but it was fairly inexpensive, and obviously it is a cover. So worst comes to worst, we can just replace the cover if it does eventually fade. But we've had it a couple of months and it hasn't faded yet. But I know with the light, obviously, it will probably get get kind of faded eventually. And then the rug we got from Ruggable, so it's like a washable, easy to clean rug, great for the conservatory. But there is still loads to do in here. We have this horrible shoe rack here, which we need to sort. I need to get some kind of shoe situation that isn't open, something closed maybe, like a little cupboard or something we can put our shoes in, because this just doesn't look very nice. And then, yeah, we open out and look onto the garden. The garden is looking very, very green. We actually have a few fruit trees in the garden. We've got some rhubarb, which I will show you. We have had quite a few bits of rhubarb. There it is. It's looking pretty good. It kind of died in the heat, but it's come back alive. We've had some rhubarb, but we also have some fruit trees. So apparently this, oh yeah, there's fruit on it now. This is a plum tree. So you can see we're starting to get, those should be ready soon. Some plums on there, which is exciting. And then apparently this is a pear tree, but it doesn't have any fruit on it yet. I don't know when that grows. And then we've got an apple tree just here, so lots of apples as well. So very exciting. I definitely need to get picking some of those soon. Just got back in from the shops. I think I'm going to sign this vlog off here. Let me know if you would like more vlogs like this though. I just popped out to get some dinner. I went into Home Sense because I was hoping to find a couple of bits for the house. There's just a couple of bits for the kitchen I'm looking for, like a little trinket dish to put the coffee thing on in the morning. Anyway, couldn't find anything, but I did find this massive body wash, which was $5.99, I think. Yeah, $5.99 for this huge thing, and it smells so nice. It's pineapple and coconut. Oh, it smells so good, and I needed a new body wash. I really like having body washes this size because they last for so long. And then I just got some stuff for dinner. I'm just on my own tonight, so I just got some barbecue chicken that I'm going to have with some sweet potato and spinach salad kind of thing. And then some of the biggest raspberries I've ever seen. They're absolutely huge. So I'll have those with some yogurt for pudding. That is everything from me today. Let me know what you thought of this vlog. Let me know what you thought of the house changes so far. Let me know if you're excited to see more. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.